Welcome everyone, and we have looked at confidence intervals, right? And so that was trying to determine a range where the population mean might be in, and then kind of going from there, right? And then we did four-step method with that, and we kind of talked about all that as one tool of inference. And now we're going to develop our second tool of inference called a hypothesis test. And we've seen this to some degree back in Module 0, so you'll notice that there are some review videos coming up. But the idea with a hypothesis test is that we want to make a claim and be able to test it. Okay, and the claim is usually pertaining to the parameter, and then we investigate the claim using sample data, and then ultimately reach a decision and conclude from that. Okay, and again, we saw this to some degree in Module 0. It's just we kind of skipped over that calculation piece, and now we're going to fill that in. So the next series of videos that you're going to see, you can see them off to the right over here. There's 4 videos. But I recommend reviewing those as needed. Maybe you can say, you know what, I really remember how to do null and alternative hypotheses, and I'm good and I don't need to review them. That's fine, skip that video. And if you remember about, p-value and that significance level, you can certainly skip that video. And then the other thing that you'll want to brush up on is the type 1 and type 2 errors. So review the videos as needed, and then continue on with 14-6. But then just an overview for the rest of the course, so you kind of have the big picture is once we start hypothesis testing, there's no turning back. So we are going to continue hypothesis testing for the rest of the semester, which is actually pretty fun, and it's actually a relief because once you understand the general structure, it's just, okay, change the calculation here or there, and boom, you're done. And so this is the flowchart that we'll be investigating over the remainder part of the semester. So we're going to start today by looking at one population and looking at the mean in that population, and then we'll be conducting a one sample z-test. In later chapters, we'll talk about a t-test, and then we'll actually skip over the proportions, but we'll effectively cover this entire tree in the remaining chapters. So you have that to look forward to. So for now, go off and watch those review videos as needed, and then jump to that summary video once you've kind of covered all those.